गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी यशोदानंदन व्रज जनरंजना यमुना तीरवनचारी यशोदानंदन व्रज जनरंजना यमुना राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी यशोदानंदन व्रज जनरंजना यमुना तीरवनचारी यशोदानंदन व्रज जनरंजना यमुना जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपीजन Jaya Gauranitai, 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 Jaya Gauranitai, Gauranitai, Jaya Krishna Balaram, Krishna Balaram, Krishna Balaram, Jaya Vrindavan Dham. Krishna Balaram, Krishna Balaram, Krishna Balaram, Jaya Vrindavan Dham. Jaya Radha, Shama Sundar Radha, Shama Sundar Radha. Jaya Radha, Shama Sundar Radha, Shama Sundar Radha. Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Shila Prabhupada, 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 Prabhupada. The Wi-Fi here is Corona on. Not sure. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
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 Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudire Nashtapraishu Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttamaśloke Bhakti Bhavati Nishtiki. Welcome everyone, and the study of Srimad Bhagavatam, and specifically again Dhruva Maharaja's pastimes from Canto 4, Chapter 8, chapter entitled Dhruva Maharaj Leaves Home for the Forest. We will continue our study, and thank you for including us, encouraging us, inspiring us in this study of Srimad Bhagavatam, and this amazing pastime. So Maharaj, through this pastime, will try to understand what does love mean, or how to express one's love, and what does devotion or devotional service or dedication mean. How best to express one's love, say, how to stay true to one's word, and how to really take into heart someone's word, a devotee's word, and furthermore. Now, A question says, when an orange is squeezed, say an orange is squeezed, oh, what comes out of it? Juice, right? Can be a bit loud in responding is okay. Um, when an orange is squeezed, what comes out of it? Juice comes out naturally, right? It comes out naturally, orange juice comes out. Mango juice or any other juice doesn't come out, orange juice comes out. When a mango is squeezed, what comes out?
Mango juice.
Mango juice. When a lemon is squeezed, what comes out? Lemon juice. Lemon juice comes out, right? When a lemon is squeezed, lemon juice comes out. When a devotee is squeezed, what should come out? When we squeeze a orange juice comes out. When we squeeze a mango juice comes out. When we squeeze a lemon juice comes out. So when a devotee is squeezed, what should come out? Love. Yes, love for Krishna should come out when a devotee is squeezed. And any other thoughts? When a devotee is squeezed, what should come out? Squeezed meaning when a devotee is put in some provoking situations. When a devotee is put in some disturbing, provoking element situation, that is when the test of the character comes about, right? So when a devotee is squeezed, what should come out? So as Gabor says very nicely, love for Krishna should come out. When a devotee is squeezed, his humility should come out. His gentleness, his calmness, his patience, his maturity. Overall, sum it up everything, his humility should come out. His love for Krishna, yes, that should come out. Synonymous, love and humility are synonymous, so his humility should all come out. Whenever a devotee is squeezed, is again put in provoking situations and told something, then what should come out from him? Humility only. He should experience everything, he should take everything in the pure Krishna consciousness sense, as a blessing of Krishna, as a call of Krishna to help him come closer towards him. And we get life will squeeze us out, definitely. Life is squeezing everyone out. Everyone, no? Everyone. Uh, life is like between the wheels of birth and death, and everyone is being mashed up between these wheels from time to time, from regular intervals. Uh, and when we study Srimad Bhagavatam, we'll see in here we see, although one may say Dhruva Maharaj was not actually exactly as a squeezed, or in a way the situation how it came about, how the situation all came about. Some provocation was there, or scope for provocation was already there. But how Dhruva Maharaj dealt, or when now we go into his sadhana. What is sadhana like? Spiritual practice. What does it mean like? What should it look like? So when a devotee, when a devotee is squeezed, um, what should come out is humility, love for Krishna. That should come out. And when we say it should come out means what? It need not come out, or it need not be there. Because whenever should is said, should. What do you say should in different languages? Let's see. In French, what is should? Is it should only? I should go to school, or I should study, or I should work. What is it? Devoir. In French, devoir. That should is devoir. And in Hungarian, what does should mean?
There is no word for it. We put something end of the other words. So and there is also a lot of words for it.
So it's complicated.
Yeah.
Let's say. Maybe Hungarians don't believe in should. And I'm thinking in German there would be something for sure, right?
Sollte.
Sultan. And Mexican?
In Spanish is
Spanish?
deberías.
Deberías. And
What is it in Hindi?
in Hindi, like chahiye or padta hai. And since, like if I say beginning, I never liked it, like in the sense, माला करनी चाहिए या करनी चाहिए still good that one should do japa. माला करनी पड़ती है पड़ता है ना that I have to, one has to do this. Now wherever should or has to means what one is not naturally in that state. One is not naturally in that state. This is why I say, na, okay, one should be like this, you should be like this, or you should not be like that. Means one is not naturally in that state. One has to be like this or one has to be like that. Means one is not naturally in that state. But for a devotee, a sadhaka, especially a pure devotee, for him his natural state is always remembering Krishna. He's never forgetful of Krishna. That is his natural state. So his natural state is humility, love for Krishna, and that is what it means like spontaneous loving devotion. Spontaneous means natural. Always, everywhere, throughout, spontaneous, natural loving sentiment and emotions towards Krishna. So Srimad Bhagavatam study is such a study which will help us, we should progress towards entering into a ragatmika bhav, a mood of pure love and attachment. And whenever we are again on this should, if we are attached to something or someone, then this should disappears, right? Like a boy, if he is attached to his mother, then this should will disappear for him. That oh no, I should call my mother, or I should do this for my mother, I should do that for my. When one is attached, one naturally does it. Then the should bit or the duty part is not a factor, or it doesn't. He is not impelled or forced by this societal thing or moral or duty bound thing that I must do it. I should do it. When one is naturally attached, one naturally does it. And this is Ragatmika, Bhakti Ragatmika Bhav which we want to enter. And this is what our Acharyas are giving us. Especially Rupa Goswami, the lead Goswamis, if I may say, another Goswamis. They all are in the Guru Parampara wanting us to become attached to Krishna. In spirituality, many misconceptions. One of the misconceptions is, oh, attachment is not good. Attachment is an emotion. How can we get rid of it? It is an emotion. No? It can never be got rid of. Fear is an emotion. How can we get rid of it? We cannot. And we should not also. No? Like this hankering, lamentation. These are emotions. And the soul carries emotions. So it is not like if all these emotions are got rid of, then soul minus emotions, what will be? Will be matter. Matter does not have emotions, right? Soul carries emotions. So attachment, definitely. But this attachment has to be diverted towards devotees or towards Krishna. As we see now in third canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, 25th chapter, text 20, I believe. Kapil Dev instructs to Mother Devabhuti. Kapil Dev, an incarnation of Lord Krishna, he instructs to his mother. So this attachment and hankering, lamentation, desire, these all are emotions of the soul which can never be given up, which won't be. We may try to suppress them, but suppression really will not help in the long run. Sometimes for a temporary, suppression is good and should be done. If I'm not able to control my desires, I should suppress my desires and all. But how long can I suppress my desires? It will vent out now. Volcano, like a volcano, it will erupt at some time. So too much of forceful, unnatural suppression doesn't help. So attachment, na? Prasangamajaram pasam atmana kavayo vidu sa eva sadhu sukrito mokshadvaram apavritam. Prasangam acharam pasam. Prasangam means what? Attachment. No? Prasangam ajaram pasam. Very strong, very strong. Pasam like strong bonds or these bonds of ropes of attachment all together. We all are attached. We all are attached to something or someone. But our thing is, our attachment is also a bit fickle. Uh, but our conditioning is very deep rooted. So, this attachment, what we are currently attached to, societal things, na? Societal things meaning, in a general sense of it, or something to help us understand, we are heavily attached to woman, wealth, and wine. So, sense gratification and all forms of sense gratification. Now, this same mood of attachment has to be transferred towards Krishna and his devotees. Then a whole different world will be opened for us. That same mood of attachment. This we will try to see from these translations which we are going to read now. How Dhruva Maharaj. Wow. One should learn how to purify one's desires. One should learn how to deal with one's desires. And furthermore. So this, when sadhaka is squeezed, when a devotee is squeezed in our journey of Krishna consciousness, blessed are those who come upon moments in their Krishna consciousness wherein they are put under some test or some provocation. Such a blessed. See, if someone is practicing for 5 years, 10 years, 1 year, whatever time, and he has never experienced any stress in practicing Krishna consciousness, any difficult times, any challenge. Someone working, practicing Krishna consciousness and not experiencing challenges, work-wise, study and Krishna consciousness-wise. Someone studying. Now, someone could be working as a nurse, as an example. Someone could be working as a nurse, and very hectic schedule and very emotionally, can be very emotionally draining us and satisfying also equally. And practicing Krishna consciousness, but not like put under provoking, then somewhere we are not practicing Krishna consciousness properly. We actually practice it properly, we will be coming across tests and some provocations. So at that time, how do we console ourselves? How do we keep up ourselves? How do we keep a calm head, cool maturity and all? So we have to pray, we have to build up a mood, we have to build up this attitude. Sadhana is not just external. Sadhana is not just externally doing 16 rounds and following 4 regulations. It doesn't stop there. Rather, it is at least the beginning or just the beginning. 16 rounds is what? 16 rounds is just no more just to realize that for 16 rounds is no more than for us to realize that I cannot even chant 16 rounds. What to speak of doing any extra round? I cannot even chant 16 rounds properly. I cannot even chant 16 good rounds. I cannot even chant 16 rounds attentively. What to speak 16 rounds? Can we actually chant on a daily basis 6 rounds attentively, 6 rounds properly? If we can really do that 6 rounds with attachment, our chase towards Krishna will be a different chase altogether. So the whole process is somehow or other to develop a mood of attachment towards Krishna, to develop a mood of attachment towards his devotees. So with this prayer, with this mood, aim, aspiration, yearning, longing, calling, we continue our study of Srimad Bhagavatam, 4th canto, Dhruva Maharaja's pastimes. Feel very blessed, very humbled, and very grateful for such nice friends, kind friends, and the encouragement and inspiration to understand a bit of Srimad Bhagavatam. We'll see from text 73. Dvitiyam cha tatha masam saste saste tripako dine trina parna divi sharishine Kritano Bhyacharayan Vibhum. In the second month, Dhruva Maharaj ate only every 6 days, and for his eatables he took dry grass and leaves. Thus he continued his worship. वैराग्य विद्या निज भक्ति योगा शिक्षार्थमेक पुरुष पुराना श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य शरीर धारी कृपा बुद्धिय तमहं प्रपद्ये मूकं करोति वाचालं पंगुं लंघयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुदीनतारिणम् वाञ्छकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे so again one thing could be oh I should do japa. One thing is like say yeah, which is better? I should do japa or I do japa? Where do we want to stand? I do japa. So two things. I should do japa, as in I should do chanting, I should chant on beats, I should study Srimad Bhagavatam, I should practice Krishna consciousness, or I practice Krishna consciousness, I do japa. This should actually has to go off from our system. If we are actually living in this should mentality, then we are not in the love stage. Does a child ever say, Mother, I should love you? I went to school today and my teacher told me that you should love your parents. So, Mother, come here. I want to love you. I should love you. Wherever this should is there, it implies that, okay, it is, I'm not there and I should do it. I have to come to that stage and all that. It's more duty bound or I should be doing it. But no, we should naturally be studying Srimad Bhagavatam, practicing Krishna consciousness and completely coming out of this should thing. So this when a devotee is squeezed, this is what should come out of him, humility. Remembrance of Krishna throughout. One should never forget his spiritual identity. And before forgetting one's spiritual identity, first one must understand his spiritual identity. Who he is, who is Krishna, what is his relationship with Krishna, and until and unless what is his relationship with his Guru Maharaj, until and unless that is a bit firm, what to speak of any advancement in Krishna consciousness. So we read yesterday, I will just read the previous text, 72. For the first month, Dhruva Maharaj ate only fruits and berries on every third day, only to keep his body and soul together. And in this way, he progressed in his worship of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And now, business people, sports people, students, and many others, they want to consolidate, right? And here we see how Dhruva Maharaj is consolidating, say, on his sadhana. Also, sadhana may sound like an activity, a practice, an activity sort of thing. But actually, again, we have to come out of this sadhana as well. We have to come out of this thought or this thing of sadhana also. In the sense, sadhana again might imply something I have to do, or this is the process and things. We have to be naturally in love with Krishna. Naturally. The Brajvasis weren't doing any sort of sadhana. They were in natural love towards Krishna. Okay. In the second month, Dhruva Maharaj ate only every 6 days, and for his eatables he took dry grass and leaves. Thus he continued his worship. In the third month, he drank water only every 9 days. Thus he remained completely in trance and worshipped the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is adored by selected verses. In the fourth month, Dhruva Maharaj became a complete master of the breathing exercise and thus he inhaled air only every 12 days. In this way, he completely fixed in his position. In this way, he became completely fixed in his position and worshipped the Supreme Personality of Godhead. By the fifth month, Maharaj Dhruva, the son of the king, had controlled his breathing so perfectly that he was able to stand on only one leg, just as a column stands, without motion, and concentrate his mind fully on the Parabrahman. He completely controlled his senses and their objects, and in this way he fixed his mind without diversion to anything, especially upon the form of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. When Dhruva Maharaj thus captured the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is the refuge of the total material creation, and who is the master of all living entities, the three worlds began to tremble. So, text 78. Again, our path is a path of following. It is a path of following. It is not as such a path of imitating. Ours is a path of real following and real appreciation, developing a genuine sense of appreciation. And if we see this from Dhruva Maharaj's, first month what? Only 8 fruits and berries on every third day to keep his body and soul together. And in this way, he progressed in worship of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So, yeah, practicing Krishna consciousness is not a joke. It is not a joke. It is not this thing. What just casual sadhana. Casual 16 rounds, casual 4 legs will lead one nowhere. In the sense, dharma swanustita pumsan, vishwaksena kathasuya. Dharma swanustita pumsana. Dharma means morality. So swanustita, someone who is situated oneself in morality, in pious and religious activities. Dharma swanustita pumsa. Vishwaksena kathasuya. But one who is not who is not listening to the pastimes of Lord Shri Krishna. Na upadaya yadi ratim. One who is not developing attachment towards Lord Shri Krishna, then it is a waste, useless labor. Then really, whatever religion or piety and rounds and things one has done, what good is it if one has not been, is not inculcating attachment, is not progressing, developing towards attachment. So Dhruva, see in sadhana or practicing Krishna consciousness or coming to Krishna consciousness, slowly, steadily though, but you know what has to be developed? A hunger has to be developed. Definite hunger has to be developed. And like tomorrow is Ekadashi, so fasting from grains and all. And devotees observe this fasting. But real fast is what? To fast from sense gratification altogether naturally. And real hunger is what? To develop this hunger for seeing Krishna. Develop this hunger to serve Krishna, to love Krishna. To serve Guru Gaurang, to serve Vaishnavas. That hunger has to be developed. And when we are actually doing sadhana, we will develop this hunger. Dhruva Maharaj Sina, good attitude, good intent, firm faith in his spiritual master, firm faith in the instruction of his spiritual master. See, once we said, now what? The only, in some ways, say the only separation between us and Krishna is what? Separation of desire or separation of surety. It's just that I'm not sure, do I really want Krishna? The day I become sure, yes, I want Krishna, then there is no stopping. Then there is no problem. It's just I do not desire, that is the thing. The day I start desiring, no problem. Dhruva Maharaj genuinely desired. He had this genuine desire. Again, his desire was not to attain Krishna. That was not his desire. His desire was to get a kingdom much bigger than his father, grandfathers, and great grandfathers. That was his desire. But he had faith in Narad Muni, his spiritual master. He had faith in the existence of God. He had faith in Vedic literature. He had faith in Yamuna, Madhuvan, and with that faith, he chanted. He went there and looked at the purification. Yeah. So sadhana has to be always evolving. It has to be always gradually evolving. It can never be stagnant. There's no, in pure Krishna consciousness, there is no room for stagnation. There's no scope for stagnation. You know what stagnation means? Something stuck. No. We want to be stuck with Krishna. We don't want to be stuck with sadhana. That is the difference. No? Many times we become stuck with sadhana. So robotic sadhana, mechanical sadhana. Mechanically reading, yes, I've read so much. I've done 30 minutes of reading. There are many apps. I've set up this app for reading this. Wow, blimey, it's a world of apps nowadays, is it not? Some of the apps I heard for alarm, some alarm app. What alarm app? That suppose you set an alarm for 6 a.m. in the morning to wake up. Now the alarm will not stop unless you perform some tasks. So beforehand, right? There's some apps beforehand. You have to walk 100 steps. Until that, otherwise the alarm won't stop. What another could be? You have to answer 5 questions. Phone will give 5 questions. You have to answer them, and otherwise alarm won't stop. Another could be what? You have to go to a place, fetch the. There's some things and all. Essentially, to make the person come out of his sleep, so that the person breaks his sleep. And so much of things is needed for us to just do reading, hearing, japana. This alarm, this schedule, that all so much. So sadhana, anyways, is tremendously mechanical. Mechanical sadhana will lead one nowhere. Mechanical sadhana, one can never develop attachment towards Krishna. But here Dhruva Maharaj, he had a real desire. He wanted, he was firm, he was intense, he meant it. He really wanted. So, sadhana without meaning, sadhana without intent, practice without meaning, without intent is no good practice. It is not at all going to give out much. So, one thing is sure, that I do not want Krishna. This thing is sure, because had I wanted Krishna in my life, I would never allow myself to be distracted. I would never allow myself to lose focus. Dhruva Maharaj did not allow himself to be distracted. No? Look, he went to the jungle, right? And it's not like a fiction, and it's not like some story or some sort of imagination or concept or thing. It is a historical fact. He went to the jungles, and is it any safe place in the jungles? No. But he did not allow himself to be distracted. He kept his focus. He had this firm faith altogether. He kept his focus. So for the first month, ate only fruits and berries on every third day. Yeah, that's fine, okay. Only to keep his body and soul together. In this way, he progressed in his worship of the Supreme Personality of God. And then we see what in the second month, ate only every 6 days. And for his eatables, he took dry grass and leaves. Thus, he continued his worship. So, first month on every third day, second month every 6th day. And also quantity anyways is negligible almost, and then again further more negligible quantity. See, now one may think, one people say what in especially in India in Hindi, what they say, भूखे पेट भजन न होए गोपाला, भूखे पेट भजन न होए गोपाला, ये पकड़ तेरी कंठी माला, japa mala. Meaning that hungry stomach, empty stomach, how can I chant? I cannot chant. So, Krishna, I cannot chant empty stomach. So, take this bead bag of yours. First, let me fill my belly. Then I will chant. But actually, Real chanting is when we do empty stomach, or empty stomach meaning real chanting is when we are empty in our desires, or we want to be empty in our desires, or empty in our mind in the sense we do not have any other thoughts, visions, or distractions in the mind. Then that is real chanting. So coming to that state, we can never advance in Krishna consciousness when life is very full, rosy, and everything. Good house, good wife, good car, good sons, children, and everything, and all, no problems. Then one cannot advance actually in Krishna consciousness. So, in order for one to go into real bhajan, austerity has to be done. Some detachment has to be developed. And that will come about again when we have a natural, some yearning, some desire to attain Krishna. There should be some sort of desire to attain Krishna. And look at this purification. Na? Every 6 days, he took even more less as his days are progressing. And this is what this sadhana should be like. We should be growing in humility. Na? We should be growing in humility. We should be growing in our tolerance. Speaking of humility and tolerance, this is a personal, real life incident happened with my sons. And it, time to time, or at least it is coming to my memory now, speaking of this humility and tolerance and this provocation and on the spot, yeah. To put someone on the spot, wow. If we are put on the spot, and at that spot, if we can remember Krishna, if we are put on the spot and if at that spot we can chant Hare Krishna, that is the glory. That is the perfection of our, not sadhana, perfection of our love for Krishna. By sadhana, who attains Krishna? No one attains Krishna through sadhana. One attains Krishna through love and attachment. So when one is put on the spot. Now that when that comes, one is actually put on the spot. Actually. One could be leaving body in hospital, home, wherever. One is literally put on the spot at that time. So on this putting on the spot, once upon a time, I was going to work. So I was walking to work, and I used to call my parents on my way to work in the morning. So speak with them on the way to work. So I rang my parents and I was speaking with my mother on my way to work. And all good. One of my cousin was coming to study in England, in a university in England in Leeds. So the dates were approached, or yeah, dates were coming, or she was maybe traveling or flying. She was coming to study in Leeds University. So my mother, before, and she was saying, okay, that I will send for you some pickle, and what? Some clothes, some pickle, some this and that, some other items, some snacks and all, some homemade food and all. So I will send these items to you through your sister who is coming to study, and you meet her and you can take these items to her. I've given it to, I will give it to her. So I told my mother before and that no, I don't want any of those items. Please do not send anything. Honestly, I don't want. Fine, and then my mother, okay, yes, fine, will not send. I must have said a bit strongly, so okay, no, I won't send. Then another day, this day when I was walking to work and speaking with my mother, so she said that I have sent those items with Vandana, my sister. She was coming to study in Leeds Uni. So I've sent those items with Vandana and you collect it from her. And hearing this, look, first I had a conversation with my mother. I told her I do not want any snacks, I do not want any pickle, I do not want any clothes or any other items or anything. I get that, and I'm grown up now, believe me, trust me, I can take care of myself. So, then somehow I convinced her, convinced her I don't need. And later on, maybe a week later, again I have a phone call, and she says, I've sent all those bags, a bag for you with all these items. Wow, listening to this, I literally got quite angry. And I told her that why did not I tell you that I don't want? Anyways, now you have sent it, I'm not going to see her. Or if I see her, I'm not going to take her. She may keep it or she may give it to someone else. So I said this, and that time, you know what my mother said? What reply she gave? She said, okay, calm down. I'm just joking, teasing you, or I'm just checking you. You say you do Hare Krishna, na? It's good I don't do Hare Krishna, and you do Hare Krishna. I don't know what world do you live in, huh? Doing Hare Krishna, and a slight if I joke with you little bit, and look at your anger. Huh? So that was like very much humbled by my dear mother. I was very much humbled that wow, look. Okay. Put on the spot, na? Just put on the spot. And this thing, I had this desire. I had this expectation. I told you, na. Sarima, didn't I tell you? I told you, and you know me. You know me, I don't like this. Why do you always then ask the same thing or this? And so this is the thing, now when squeezed or when provocation or put on the spot. At that time, how much is see we are so delicate or so fickle, na? We are so lost, we are so not in contact, we are so lost or untouched with our original identity and original consciousness. It takes a nanosecond for us to get fired up. Not a minute, not a minute, not 5 minutes, not 5 minutes, not a nanosecond, microsecond, just a microsecond, and what comes out is fire. Actually, what should, and when we preach or practice Hare Krishna, going out distributing books in the streets and all, or take on to Krishna consciousness. Only when you do japa, your anger will go away. Can be sitting on a live YouTube class, someone can be right in front of a live audience, in front of a live camera, and can say, well, see, Dhruva Maharaj, he overcame his desire and all. Chant Hare Krishna, this is the way out and all. Hang on, I'm getting a phone call from my. Yes, ma'am. When reality strikes, na? Amazing when reality strikes, everything becomes clear. So this is why Krishna consciousness is not sadhana. That the sooner I come out of this sadhana mentality, yeah? Otherwise life will become a dictionary of jargons. Sadhana will also be like just like many jargons, no, all of this. Jargons, what does jargon mean? Or jargon in another language or something. Yes. Jargons as in using some terminologies, using some names, terminologies, some keywords, some code words and all, but not really getting the essence of it. Not really touching the essence of it. Another way to see, we go to school, college, uni, take education and all. Na? Teacher teaches us what? 1 plus 1 is equal to 2. A for apple, B for ball, C for blah 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 blah. All this we learned in school, college, uni. This. But do we ever come across, do we ever experience in our consciousness the two-ness of two? The two-ness of two. Meaning, two is what an English word say, an arithmetical figure, a quantitative figure. You write two like this in English, in Hindi you write it like this, in French you write it in a manner, in German you write it. So all this, and perhaps an essay can be written on this two. Once upon a time there were two friends, two, all this. It takes two to tally, it takes two to tango, something. But the two-ness of that two, as in the substance, the soul of that two, how much do we capture it? So point being, the soul of sadhana has to be understood. The soul of japa has to be captured. Na? Otherwise, it is just mechanical, monotonous. Can anyone advance or reach anywhere with monotonous mechanical life? Live with spirituality or live Krishna consciousness or non-Krishna consciousness, whatever. Monotonous life or this mechanical and all will leave only boredom. We won't reach anywhere. It will be like a rocking chair. Na? I'm sure Leah would have said in rocking chair. Huh? Rocking chair. Rocking chair, what is it like? One sit on the chair and one can rock around. Complete. Such a rocking chair. No? One can rock so much in the chair, but where is he leading? Where has he reached? Where has he reached? Nowhere. So much of pressure, so much of force, to and fro, to Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Where are we? We're still here stuck. Phone call comes from mother. I told, didn't I tell? And then Hare Krishna, Hare. Of course, Hare Krishna chanting in any sense is great. It's beyond comparison. But we don't want to use that as a sort of license or to dissuade or to kind of just spiritually keep ourselves in an illusion. Japa is to fall in love with Krishna. Japa is to completely fall. So let us see. When Dhruva Maharaj thus captured the, so this is the purpose of sadhana, to capture the Supreme Personality of Godhead. To chase. Krishna consciousness means Krishna chase. And what does chase mean in life? In sports, there is this game, cricket, where chase happens. In tennis, I'm not sure if there is any chase happening because it's both the parties at the same time competing in real life, real time set. And football also, there's no chase happening. It's like whosoever within the time limit scores most goals. But there's one game, cricket, maybe could be some other game. But where chase, no? So suppose England and India playing cricket. And England is batting first, and England says in a 50-over game, say England scores 300. So India has been set a target that within 50 overs you have to make more than 300 in order to win the game. So chase. Now, whenever chase, this is a question. Whenever there is a chase, what are the things involved? Some things have to be there in order for of course, the chase to be successful. In order for the chase to be a success, what has to be involved there? Whenever there is a chase, planning, isn't it? There has to be some planning. There has to be some strategies. There has to be a plan B also. There has to be always, when ship traveling nighttime, say, covering long distance, nighttime. Now, every now and then through their this binoculars and cameras and all, I believe, they set their navigation and they check the navigation. Have they any derail? Have they any derail? Now, what could cause the derail? Air movement, weather, and all. So the ship needs steering, it needs checking. And also, what is the checkpoint? What is that thing called? That light, there's a big light in the again the station, the post, whatever it is called. Lighthouse, yeah, something like that. Right? Yeah. So, and they see the map and light out where is the direction, are they heading in the right direction and all. Because the weather and things can get distracted, can get dissuaded. Likewise for us, Krishna chase, so we must be assessing. We must be doing introspection. A sadhaka not doing introspection, if he is not in his chase, if he is not checking that, okay, what else, what do I need to bring, where is it? All this has to be done. Dhruva Maharaj did this, He did not just jump first month, second month. We read just now these translations, right? First month he was eating only this much and keeping his body and soul together and concentrating on Lord Vishnu. Second month also eating less and continued his worship. Third month so absorbed in sadhana that he went in trance. He completely remained in trance and worshipped the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is adored by selected devotees. Fourth month, again, fixed his position and worship Narayan Vishnu. Sixth month, fifth month, sixth month, like this. So change, na? Life is meant to change after Krishna. This change sort of to capture the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is the refuge of the material creation and is the master of all living entities. The three words began to tremble. Now let us read text 79 a bit and see. As Dhruva Maharaj, the king's son, kept himself steadily standing on one leg, the pressure of his big toe pushed down half the earth. Just as an elephant being carried on a boat rocks the boat left and right, the boat rocks the boat left and right with every step. Beautiful. See, Dhruva Maharaj, when he was standing in one leg, so much absorbed in sadhana. This is japa. Pasane kutibo matha, anale pasibo. Pasane kutibo matha, anale pasibo. Gorange gunera nidhi, kota gele pabo. Gorange gunera nidhi, kota gele pabo. Jayanido premadana, koruna prachur. Jayanido premadana, koruna prachur. Pasane Putigo Mata. Taking up, actually, when we do good japana by mistake, say someday we happen to do good japa, what will happen? The head will burst out. Because the soul would want to come out of this material body altogether. The soul will not be able to handle. Matter and soul are incompatible. Na? Incompatible. So this incompatibility, the soul won't be able to resist. Soul would want to break off. So this pasane putiba mata, take a stone and hit my head with stone. When I believe when Bhakti Vinod Thakur, Prabhupada's spiritual master's father, he used to do japa. Our acharyas used to do japa. They used to what? They used to go in tunnel or bunkers, no? Caves, bunks, so that go there and do japa. They would dig holes in cave and go inside. Why? Because one japa is something which has to be concentrated. Na? Something very concentrated, very deep, very. There shouldn't be any distraction. No other distraction, time and space wise. Time and space wise. No other thought, no other thing. Chanting, listening, chanting, listening, chanting, listening, absorption, absorption. So in order to create that absorption, they used to go in wilderness and all. When we do good japa, we should experience this. That we would want to smash our head, what we are doing. And all. And the whole day, 2 hours japa is what? 2 hours japa should be done in a way that the whole remaining 20 or 2 hours I may remembrance of Krishna. But look at the irony. While doing 2 hour japa, first of all, to sit for 2 hours is a big task. That in itself is a big task. And then while doing japa, at the time of japa itself, I am forgetting Krishna. Before japa, I do not remember that I have a cookie in the fridge or not dishwasher, in the fridge. I do not remember perhaps. Before doing japa, I do not remember that something needs doing in the gardening. Before doing japa, I do not remember that that shirt needs a bit ironing. While doing japa, everything will come in the surface. If someone wants to do good planning for the day, what do I think? Say, going for shopping or holiday, what should I pack? What should sit down, do japa? Everything. This should, I need to do this email, I need to send this thing, and crazy. We are honestly very, very crazy. Very crazy we are. So, japa means absorption, this capturing. So, Dhruva Maharaj, with one leg, the pressure of his big toe pushed down half the earth. That is Krishna consciousness. Now, when you elevate the consciousness of the entire universe so much that the ignorance and the passion in this universe is all pushed down, is all pushed down. By sincere chanting, uh, one can push back the tide of Kali Yuga in one's life for sure and towards others as well. Hmm. By sincere japa, one can push back the tide of Kali Yuga. That is how it should be done actually. Japa and love are synonymous, na? Krishna consciousness and love is synonymous. We may not understand what Krishna consciousness means, but at the theoretical level, we can understand love. Na? At the theoretical level. Speaking of love, tell something. Check this out. In this society, we struggle. We struggle to receive love and we struggle to give love. We are actually a bit of a confused lot. We struggle to receive love. If someone loves us, appreciates us, and we don't know what is love at soul level, we have very bad glimpse of it, very bad theoretical glimpse of it, or at least I have very bad theoretical glimpse of it. So, what I understand at a society level, we struggle to give love and receive love. And in society level, check this out. In society level, love means what? Our love is very much based on validation. Validation. We validate ourselves. We validate our love. Where do I stand in my love for my mother? My love for someone, say, validation. We need regular validation. We need constant approval. Our love is based on what? Some approval or this validation. But this is not something of the soul proper, for the soul proper. Divine love, it does not need as such validation or validating. In societal sense, love needs proving. Say. Prove how much you love, prove. In Sri Krishna consciousness, one has to come out of this proving thing that I love Krishna and this is how I will prove or this is how I prove. When again there is a thing that I prove and all, so there is some element of self-obsession involved and some calculation involved. In societal sense also love is like calculation is involved. Anything where there is validation, where there is calculation, where there is approval needed, where this is all going on, it is not natural. It is not natural. So we struggle to receive love and to give out love. Dhruva, King Uttanpa, Dhruva Maharaja's father, he struggled with that. Dhruva Maharaj also struggled to receive love and to give love. And at a human level, love has its limitation for sure. At a human level, love definitely has its limitation. And if you do not mind me sharing, say, in this universe, in this world, throughout, how many people say this what? I love you. Many people say no. On a daily basis, husband says to wife, wife says to husband, maybe mother says to son, son says to mother, what? I love you, I love you, I love you. We say this daily in this world. Many people say this to each other, and many times the person changes also. Sometimes, oh, I love you. This is for you. I love you. And then next year, it's another person. We are saying the same thing. I love you, but not the person has changed. Then third year, another person. And, and do we ever say, I lust you? Never say, I lust you. What do we say? I love you. But see, in human sense, is it more I love you or is it more I lust you? By lust, of course, a bit undeniable, there is reality truth in it, in societal sense, although uh, although not good, but there is this lust meaning, of course, no? This bodily sensual attachment, sensual bodily attraction. Also, lust meaning to get something out of the person, to get something out of him or her, to get something out. So, at least we show some external culture so we don't say, I lust you. But if at all there is any sense of getting something out in return and all, then it is kind of a lust based love only. And in pure Krishna consciousness, it is not at all lust based there. It is all to give, all to give out. The joy of giving is much higher than the joy of receiving. So, Dhruva Maharaj, through his sadhana, he then so much that he see this transition. What? Time once stopped for Dhruva Maharaj when he was entering the royal chamber, right? Then father did not take him on his lap, and stepmother spoke those harsh words. What happened? Time had stopped for Dhruva Maharaj. What is the time, by the way, now? Has time stopped for us also? What time is it? I'm just a bit conscious of time. Or okay. So time stopped for Dhruva Maharaj when his mother was speaking, stepmother was speaking some harsh words, and I think I still have got time to a bit continue or a bit not easily give you peace for now. So time stopped for Dhruva Maharaj then, and now also time has stopped for Dhruva Maharaj. At that time, time stop was more self-obsession, was more ego hurt. I'm hurt. I'm not being. Again, our love means validation means what? Our love means needs approval, validation, or acceptance. I'm not accepted. I'm not included. My father himself is not accepting me. My father himself is not including me. Such thoughts may come, na? And in our lives also it may come. Such a difficult moment when someone is on this bridge of thinking, what? Why do I even exist? Wow. Can be very low point in someone's life now. And actually comes person in Europe also, America also, and other places. Many people comes in their point in their why do I exist? What am I doing and all? Why this life and all? It's a very low point. So Dhruva Maharaj could have, or leave Dhruva Maharaj, his transcendental personality. Many of us, you and me, come to this stage in our life. And now look at this transition. Look at the transformation altogether. Previously, time stopped, and even now, time has stopped for him. So much so, he's not interested in eating, drinking, or even this. He's so absorbed in his meditation, so absorbed. Meditation means what? Contemplation. Contemplation is the very heart of meditation. Without contemplation, we can never be open, we can never see the subtlety, the reality of life. Meditation implies contemplation. Meditation should lead us to contemplation. Also, what? Meditation means absorption. Absorption, concentration, focus, one pointed. This thing, so deep, so deep. And this is what we need to go in our sadhana. Very deep, very internal. We have to go in our sadhana. There's this amazing versatile devotee, na? Gaur Gopal Prabhu, such a talented, versatile devotee, inspiring devotee, and inspired many into Krishna consciousness. He shared in one of his classes, he shared this story. I may get some of the characters a bit here and there, but the message hopefully should come through. What? There were, say, at one point, four farmers, say from India, who got into a scheme, and somehow they got into a lottery scheme wherein they managed to get a holiday booked in London. 1 week holiday booked in London. These four farmers. And what the entire package included is free flight ticket from New Delhi to London and return. Stay in London. Where? Central London. You know what is Central London? Central London is the hub of Maya. There. Stay in Central London. In 5-star or 7-star hotel in Central London. And some sightseeing and some other packages included. Okay, fine. Now these farmers, Indian farmers, simple person, they never traveled out of their village in fact. Never traveled out of their town. And this time they have to take an international flight, go to airport, take an international flight, go to an English speaking country. And 7-star hotel, 5-star hotel, they possibly never lived in a 2-star hotel. But what not? Okay, now that's coming, let's explore, let's go. What's the harm? Let's try. And fine, let's go. So they agreed and they took, like, yes, fine, we'll take this figures. They got their passport, visa, everything sorted and all. So they reached Delhi airport. They somehow, security and all, someone pushed them, guided them and all. They went into the flight, they boarded the flight. They reached London as well. Somehow they managed to do immigration, and taxi had come and all to pick them up, and they went to the airport, hotel, and the person came, took their luggage, reception, and showed them their room. Where was their room? 100th floor. I don't know if there is a 100th floor building in London, but imagine there is a 100th floor hotel in London. On that top floor, 100th floor, they were given their rooms. So someone came, took them into the lift, their luggage and everything. First time they entered the lift and 100th floor building and all. So they went there and they took rest. They were shown, okay, the rooms and how things works and all, breakfast time and furthermore things. All this blah, 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 blah. And then what? Next day they decided, okay, let us do. Next day, let's plan it this way. We are 4 of us. Next day, 4 of us go in 4 different directions. Okay, 4 different directions of London, central London, and we explore ourselves first. Okay, and then in the evening we will meet up in reception, and then once we all assemble in reception, we'll go to our rooms, have dinner, and we'll share our experiences, realizations, what we saw and all. And then next day we can plan furthermore where do we want to go together. Okay, fine, they agreed. Yeah, sounds like a plan. They did it. So next day they all 4 scattered different 4 directions, and in the evening they assembled. They came back in the reception. They met. Okay, and they took the room key and they went into the lift to go to the room and discuss. And as lift was going and all, what happens? Power failure. Power failure. Although not sure if it happens in London though, power failure. But imagine power failure in a 5-star, 7-star hotel, 100-story hotel. Power failure. Some spice has to be given in the story. So power failure happens, and as we understand, when power failure happens, what happens? The lift naturally goes to the basement. Naturally goes to the basement. So they all went into the basement. It was a bit dark. It was a bit suffocating. So fine, they sat there, and then they came from basement to the reception area, and there were 15, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, still no sign of power coming. So then they didn't know. Then they said, "Oh, come on, who waits? We are farmers. We are strong built and all. We are hardworking and all. Let's not be lazy. 100 floor, what it is? We all walk the stairs. We all climb the stairs. And what? 25 first 25 floors. Okay, Natalie, you share your experience. Next 25 floors, Deborah share the experience. Next 25 floors, Pip shares the experience. And the remainder, last 25 floors, Cynthia shares the experience. So all of them, they said, we'll share our experiences 25 floors. Okay, fine. So then they started climbing the stairs. So first 25 floors, who's sharing experiences? Or say the farmer, one of the farmer is sharing the experiences. That, oh, I went there, oh, I went Big Ben, or Big Ben, Thames and places and all. And this is what I saw and all. And the Holy River Thames and places. This is where went. So fine, 5 floors went by easily, they could climb. Another 25 floors, another person, he was narrating his story, went Disneyland, or where in London went to maybe Soho Street, went to temple in Soho Street. So he was sharing his story that I went there. Then another 25 kilometers, sorry, another 25 floors. Someone's sharing his story or went to East Croydon or in London, some funny places or some places interesting. Anyways, the first person shared his story, first 25 floors, next person, next 25 floors, third person, just doing another 25 floors. So overall, 75 floors, right? Now, last 25 floors left. Now, the fourth person is sharing stories, and he has shared story up until 15 floors they have covered. So, what? 90 floors they have covered. Only 10 floors left now. And as 10 floors is left, they all are a bit perspiring, sweating, and little bit tired. But this fourth person in comparison on is a bit more short of breath. 5 floors somehow they further cover, and he's not sharing stories and all. Only 5 floors remain. He has got stories to share, but he's not sharing. Or even if he's sharing, his mind is all over and on everything. Fine, they somehow climb further and on. 4 floors more climb. 1 floor left. Just 1 floor. Fine, they talk and they climb also, and whatever he's saying, they are listening and all, and they are consoling him. And now, half of the floor left. Came further up. Now they came to such a stairs from wherein they can see their room. They can see their room. And you know what this fourth person says? What is his dilemma? Any thought what could be his dilemma? It got it. It got it. The fourth person seeing the room, he's seeing room number 101. He's seeing the room 101. And what is he telling his mates, his friends? What is he saying? He's saying, I'm sorry, I forgot the key to our room in the basement. I forgot the key to our room in the basement. And where are they? Central London. Tallest building in Central London, 100 floor. 7-star hotel. And in where? The topmost floor. And the best of the room in the topmost floor. Room number 108. Best room. Say room number 101, 101. Best room. And they can see the room. They can see the room. But what does he say? I forgot the key in the basement. Now such is life. Such is life, is it not? In the sense, we also consolidate or accumulate or quantify. What? I've gone to school, I've done my schooling. Furthermore, what? Graduation, bachelor's, master's, PhD. Furthermore, what? I've started a startup company myself. I've made my company 1 million net worth. I've started my own political campaign. I've started my own this campaign. I've started my own film network, this media agency. All so much so. I've traveled this. I've reached this. I've got this. I've assembled this, and so much. And what do we realize? I've reached to the top of the summit, top of the sky, top of the ladder. And somewhere what do I realize? I'm still not happy. I'm still not happy. And somewhere I've lost the key to happiness in the basement. I've forgotten the key to happiness in the basement. As in, I've forgotten to smell the fragrance of flower. I've forgotten to see the beauty in flower. I've forgotten to see the beauty in nature. I've forgotten to see the beauty in simplicity. I have attained everything but sold my soul altogether, lost my soul altogether. Such is life. Does it not happen to us? Yes, have got good grades, good money, good health, good looks, what not, but yet not happy. And what do I realize? Oh, the key to my happiness, I've left it somewhere at the basement. Now this is japa. This is Dhruva Maharaj realized through his. Let us see next text 80. when Dhruva Maharaj became practically one in heaviness with Lord Vishnu, the total consciousness due to his fully concentrating and closing all the holes of his body, the total universal breathing became chalked up, and all the great demigods in all the planetary systems felt suffocated and thus took shelter of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So he stopped that time. Dhruva Maharaj realized that wow, where did that somewhere we'll see more. The demigod said, 81, Dear Lord, you are the refuge of all moving and non-moving living entities. We feel all living entities to be suffocating. Their breathing processes choked up. We have never experienced such a thing. Since you are the ultimate shelter of all surrendered souls, we have therefore approached you. Kindly save us from this danger. So demigods now approaching Lord Vishnu and requesting, save us from this danger. Demigods are not able to breathe. The entire universe is breathing, the air and all, everything, Dhruva Maharaj, through his absorption, through his sadhana, through his concentration, everything he has captured. He has stopped the time for everyone. And text 82. Now Krishna speaking. Shri Bhagwan Vacha Narayan speaking. My dear, the Supreme Personality of Godhead replied, My dear demigods, do not be perturbed by this. It is due to the severe austerity and full determination of the son of King Utanpar, who is now fully absorbed in thought of me. He has obstructed the universal breathing process. You can safely return to your respective homes. I shall stop this boy in his severe acts of austerities, and you will be safe from this situation. So this is Canto 4, Chapter 8, the last text in Chapter 8, and tomorrow onwards we'll see Chapter 9. That doesn't mean that I'm stopping here. That doesn't mean that I'm letting you go. Yeah. Tomorrow onwards we'll see Chapter 9. But for now, let us relish this. Let us relish this furthermore. And this experience of sadhana, this is experience of going in Krishna consciousness. We have to now see again, okay, we do experience ourselves now that we have reached the top. Many times now we desire what? I desire to get a car, I desire to have this dress, and I get this. Still I feel okay, not happy. Wow, look at thing now. Growing up, we might have desired what? I want this pen, I want this bike, I want this video game. If I have this video game, if I have this CD player and all, I will be happy. If I get to watch football, I will be happy. So fine, watch football, but still that happiness doesn't stay. That which does not stay, can we call it a happiness? If it is gone already, what happiness is there? What happiness is there? It's gone. It's gone. Happiness means which is in the now, which is there, which is sustainable. That is joy, happiness. So which sustains or lives with us. So this we have accumulated so much externally, possessed so many possessions, and also mentally we have taken so many qualifications, resignations, and things in our head so much, and that all those things are actually not making us happy. Which we think to make us happy, they themselves are not giving us the happiness. And somehow, at some moments, we do realize maybe that wow, somewhere I'm living life, but I forgot to be happy. I'm moving on in life, I'm progressing in life, I'm aging up in life, I'm growing up in life. But somewhere in the happiness question, I'm missing out. I forgot that equation. Now, Dhruva Maharaj, no, it is a fact. You have to be in it to win it. You have to be in it to win it. So it is a fact. You have to be in it to win it. But now see this thing. Now there's another saying, very nice saying actually, Chinese saying proverb. What? It is much better to light a candle than curse the darkness. It is much better to light a candle than curse the darkness. Now, this is a saying, very good saying, very moral, good teaching and all. It is much better to light a candle than curse the darkness. But this is still on the societal platform, still on the material platform, right? And what is the Krishna conscious saying? Or what should be the Krishna conscious saying? See, this is why we discussed now that if Dhruva Maharaj comes in our dreams, what advice should we give it to him? Or what advice should I give to myself? What advice, if I have to give to someone, what advice do I give? So one advice could be what? Oh, Dhruva, it is much better to light a candle than curse the darkness. Dhruva could have cursed his father, no? He could have cursed his father. Oh, father, you are such a, I'm very annoyed with you. I hate you. Why did you give birth to me if you could not love me and all? So he had so many choices now to curse his father, to put a blame on his father, on his mother. He could have been annoyed with his mother now. So much. And look, generally, is it not society will say, oh, Dhruva, it is better to light a candle than curse the darkness. Stop blaming your father, stop blaming your stepmother, stop blaming your mother, stop blaming fortune. No, you yourself are the man of your destiny. Man creates his destiny. Dhruva, light a candle. Stop cursing the darkness. Work hard. Plan, prioritize. Give up laziness, give up lethargy. You have to be in it to win it. These are all good motivational talks. But without Krishna involved in it, all will eventually come to be a zero. All will eventually. Prabhupada writes this book, Matchless Gift, small book. One sentence struck me great deal. I hope it struck me, penetrates me further. What does Prabhupada write in that Matchless Gift? One sentence he writes what? From top of the world to out of this world. From top of the world to out of this world. There are some people who have been to Mount Everest, not top of the summit. But what did they realize is something? That wow, something so shallow, or even attained it, but still, suppose someone went to Mount Everest and climbed Mount Everest 10 years ago. Now that joy, does it still stay with him? That joy, does it still stay that fresh with him? Does it still enthuse him that much? That yes, I had this dream to climb Mount Everest and I attained my dream. Now, if someone attains his dream, what should be the effect? Shouldn't the effect be that now comes what? I am always at peace. Why? I had this dream to climb Mount Everest, I climbed it. So now comes what? I should be at peace. But we don't live like that, right? We have so many dreams. So we fall in love so many times. You know? As we say, you know what? Maybe a bit jokingly, but one can check if there is reality in it. What? Boy likes girl, girls like shopping. Boy likes girl, girl likes music. Boy likes girls, girls like makeup. Anyways, thing is, we fall in love so much. We have fallen in love throughout many times, as in giving our heart to office, this, that, so much. Now, if we give our heart to someone or something, it should pacify us, right? It should calm us, and it should keep us calm. It should keep us pacified. It should keep us happy, should it not? That is what love means. Love means you love someone or something as an effect of which everything else is settled. No complaint in life then. Now Dhruva Maharaj. Next chapter what? Dhruva Maharaj returns home. He returns home and we'll see what furthermore he says and all. Uh, he then had no complaint at all, that my father or anyone. So we need to grow, we need to take ownership, initiative. That dina parama karuna pavo dvijana nitai gaurachanda. Apana karama bhunjay samana. That I am struggling because of my own lack of Krishna consciousness. Not even karma, my lack of Krishna consciousness. Which is the most, we discussed one day, which is the most played game in the world? Which game is it that we all play most, almost daily? Boy, girl, young children, elderlies. Mexico, countries like Mexico, Argentina, football is very popular. Very popular. But this game, France, many places, football is the most popular game, I believe. But this game is even more popular than football and even more easy to play. Very natural, very easy to play. Doesn't need much training, doesn't need much practice. Comes a bit natural. Lame game. Blame game. Game to blame someone. So easy to point finger at someone. No? So easy to point finger at someone. Very easy to point finger at someone. Life will give us so many opportunities wherein, point a finger at that point. And Dhruva Maharaj, through his meditation, he realized this. So one thing is, yes, it is what? Much better to light a candle than curse the darkness. Very good. We should come to this human platform. We should come to this moral, ethical, principle-oriented, value-oriented platform. But what could be the Krishna conscious thought of this? I'll let you decide. A motivational speaker has its limitation. He will go only to this extent. It is much better to light a candle than curse the darkness. I don't know why. I'm not having any go at any motivational speaker like that. So, but just saying, and it is a thing in society. We are so enamored, someone telling us go swimming, then you will get into good health and good focus, breathing will be fine and all, and then you will be overcome through the insult you came through. Go play badminton. Will devotees say this one. Dhruva Maharaj could have been given this advice, go swimming, go do this and all, go watch a movie, this sort of thing. Devotees say this again. See it as a joke, but check it out if there is reality in it. What? If you want peace for 15 minutes, go take a nap. It works. If someone wants peace for 15 minutes, go take a nap. One finds peace. If someone wants peace for, say, 1 hour, 30 minutes, you know what? Maybe play Sudoku or read newspaper. If someone wants peace for 3 hours, then what? Watch Bollywood. 2 hours, 3 hours, watch Bollywood, watch Hollywood, some movie. If one wants peace for whole day, then do what? Go for some voluntary work, go for a walk, or go for a night out. If someone wants peace for one day, go for a night out. If someone wants peace for a week or 2 weeks, go for a holiday, go for a cruise, go for a holiday. If someone wants peace, love, joy, happiness for 6 months, do what? Get married. Get married. If someone wants peace forever, what to do? If someone wants peace forever, chant Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
If someone wants peace forever, chant Hare Krishna. So Dhruva Maharaj realized this. We'll see more in tomorrow's when we go into the chapter 9. So it is a good thing. It is much better to light a candle than curse the darkness. But us practicing Krishna consciousness, we shouldn't be any enamored by it. We shouldn't. It is, extremely important to save ourselves from such things. You see, there could be a person, say, one of my family member perhaps, who is not at all into Krishna consciousness and who is not at all into any human morality or human passionate excellence. So for him, motivational speaker, oh, I went to this motivational speaker, I went to this class, I like this and all, and I feel so fired up and enthused. Yes, I will start up my company, I will do this, so much things and all. So fine, for him, it could be a good kick, and it could save him from sense gratification or something. But for us practicing devotees, for us sadhakas, we shouldn't get any inamut. Our vision should be developing attachment towards Krishna. We have to pray throughout for this, nothing less than this. Okay, on this note, maybe I think I can give you peace. Unless there are any questions, comments, or clarifications. So to summarize, yes, just in summary, what I got from this, I'm trying to help myself understand, trying to help myself educate through your kindness. To summarize, what I got is like, yes, in society, we do say what, I love you. It doesn't sound good to say, I lost you. So we say, I love you. But now in Krishna consciousness, we try to understand what does love mean. Love means humility, love means service. Love means humility, love means service. Putting on the spot, we will be put on the spot. Someone could be put on the spot by his mother now, over a phone call regarding some food and clothes and some item. How does one respond? So we will be put on the spot. Dhruva Maharaj was put on the spot. Time stopped from him on day one. That was very negatively. And here also time is stopped for him. But this stopping time is something joy of the heart. You know, heart beats. What did they show in movie? Na? Heart beating. Thak, 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 thak. Likewise, love beats also, na? As in expanding, expanding, expanding. So Dhruva Maharaj in his meditation, if we read Prabhupada's purports and all, na, beautiful. When first month, second month, third month, how long did it take him? It took him 6 months to download Narayan. He went into such created such a software of love, such a system and all, that yes, in 6 months he downloaded Lord Narayan. Lord Narayan appeared. Na? Lord Narayan. Now, did Narayan appear to satisfy the demigods or to bring back the workings of the society, the life, living, the breath and all? No. Narayan came to a question. Did Narayan came to give darshan to Dhruva or take darshan of Dhruva? Did Krishna, did Narayan, Vishnu appear? No, it was high say up in the sky, in the spiritual sky. Demigods can have access to him when they are in trouble. They have access, so they pleaded. Now, was Krishna unaware of it? No. Now, question: did Narayan come to give darshan, to give vision to Dhruva? Okay, fine. I will go and I will see Dhruva, or to take darshan of Dhruva. So now question is for us, how do we want to do sadhana? Do we want to come out of sadhana mentality? Do we want to come out of sadhana? Yes. It's Krishna consciousness is amazing, interesting. Huh? First we are told on day one, oh, understand there is God. Huh? Believe in the existence of God. Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Chant Hare Krishna, do sadhana. And few months later or few years later, come out of sadhana. Yeah, that is Krishna. Come out of sadhana. Japa is not sadhana, japa is love. So we develop that love, we develop that attachment. Only then, when we are out of this time and space quantification, only then we can somewhat fall in love with Krishna. So Krishna consciousness is to fall in love with Krishna. And one who falls in love with Krishna, only he or she can rise. No other. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Thank you very much for your kind participation, encouragement, and inspiration. Keep on blessing us. Hare Krishna.
But this is Prabhu ki jai.